Hi there, this is Robert Simon from Wallboard again, and this is the last video of 2020 when I am about to show you a very complex solution that Wallboard developed for one of our reseller partner who is focused on the security area and delivering security stations to their end customers. In this scenario, we are using the complex editor of Wallboard, utilizing multiple sensors in this setup. They produce the hardware, so it is a real complex solution. ISEC, the partner of Wallboard, is a security company, and when there are end customers like Audi or BMW who run a factory in the country, and there are about 20,000–25,000 people work at in the factory, and about 5–6,000 people starts to work at the same time, and another 5–6,000 people are leaving the factory. The challenge in this solution that ISEC has to deliver a solution that checks if the entering person or the leaving person is not drunk, if they are stealing something from the factory, if the guy has fever or not because they are producing in another factory, they are producing, for example, food. If they are wearing the mask, if they are wearing, the appropriate boots or clothes or something like this. So the system is a combination of multiple things. We are using Wallboard application. In this particular case, it is running on a Windows station, but it can also run on Android one, like on this one. We are using multiple sensors. Here are the alcohol and sound detector. Here is the temperature camera and the face mask camera. This is the station of the security guy, so the security is notified when the entering person is, for example, drunk. And of course, it can be extended with general communication interfaces, etc. So let's say that I am a worker of the company who is just arriving to the factory in the morning, and I want to step into the factory. I have my RFID card, so I have to step on the scale. This is the station, this is the security station. Of course, this is a development version of it, and everything is covered when it is installed at the end customer. I have to step on the scale, I have to use the RFID, I have to blow the alcohol sensor. Let's see how it works. So I step on the scale, select the language. I am a passenger, a worker, and I am entering to the factory. I use my RFID card. Yes, it's me, and I have to blow the alcohol sensor. It says keep blowing because it is measuring. Thank you, enjoy to work. You can start to work in the factory. So I entered, and don't forget that my weight is registered. So as soon as I'm about to leave the company, that entering weight will be compared to the leaving weight, and this is the measurement how we decide if the guy is stealing something or not. So in the evening, we are about to leave the factory. I step here, I select the language as a worker, and I am exiting. Use the RFID card. Yes, that's me. It is measuring the alcohol again because there are workers who get drunk in the factory. By the way, when I am blowing the camera, my head top can be measured by this temperature sensor. So here on the top of the screen, you can see that my weight is 78 kilograms. What is the temperature of the head top of mine? And everything is reported to a central database. So this is the station, and the end customer can have as many stations as they need. So if there are hundreds or thousands of people leaving and entering to the factory at the same time, they can multiply the number of stations. It is just a hardware cost. Okay, so the guy can enter to the factory, can leave the factory. We talked about the security station. This is the operator station. There are a couple of security operators at the gates, and when the entering person is drunk or the weight shows some difference, the operator station is notified. The operator station will show that the operator has to go to station 5. And of course, the incident is reported to the database, so it can be at the end of the month, it can be reported, etc. This system also reports the exact time of the entering and leaving events. So it is also good for time reporting when the worker has arrived to the factory and when the worker was leaving the factory. It is also an HR tool. If you take a look at my monitor, you can see that on this security station, we are just using a simple content when there are, all the steps defined page by page. So when I am selecting the entry or leaving, events, or buttons, then I just press a button, and this is on Hungarian language currently, but the translation module translates everything to any kind of languages that is needed. Of course, these stations are running under the Wallboard system. All the functionalities like remote controlling of the devices and restarting and see the status of the devices will be reported to the central normal Wallboard user interface, so we can remotely see that what is happening at the stations that are basically installed on the other side of the country. Again, this was just an example, a working example of the sensor platform in an absolutely different environment, not in digital signage, but in a use case. We don't know if you want to use our sensor platform with digital screens and interaction tools in healthcare, in education, what are the use cases in different segments of life. We are waiting for the ideas from you, and we will tell you if it can be put together and installed by the pieces that we provide you in Wallboard system, or you need some kind of custom development. But what you have seen today here in this video was using just the basic components of Wallboard. Of course, this ISAC company also had to develop their backend application. So the processes reporting that Robert Simon has this card, what was the weight of Robert Simon in the last 30 days, and what was the entering weight and the leaving weight. These are not the part of Wallboard, but through our API and with the flexibility of Wallboard system, they could easily develop a third-party system that is actively communicating with Wallboard and passing information back and forth. So thank you very much for your time today. I hope that I could show you a good use case for a complex sensor system. Again, this is going to be my last video for this year. Have a nice holiday and see you in the next year. Happy New Year!